Hi students. In this short fireside chat, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our second goal for English 106, demonstrate and analyze rhetorical approaches in text for persuasive and expository writing. So this is a goal that often baffles students. Sometimes it baffles me because it sounds so tricky, but it's something that we do on a regular basis. It's something that we think about on a regular basis, and so I don't want it to intimidate you. So of course we've got the end, a part of this goal, which is we're thinking about persuasive and expository writing. So writing that either persuades someone that an idea or a course of action is the correct one, or expository writing, which is to explain a concept. So we know both of those things. But what the writing is doing, the goal of the writing, persuasive or expository, is going to tell us a little bit about those rhetorical approaches. And so we've got two tasks with this goal. We've either got to demonstrate them ourselves, so in our own writing, or we've got to analyze them in other people. And throughout the course, we're going to start pretty much with analyzing other people's rhetorical approaches, and then we'll move into demonstrating them on our own. So a rhetorical approach, I think it sort of tells students to think about it in terms of, think about when do we use the word rhetorical in everyday conversation? Rhetorical question, right? So a lot of times speakers or writers will ask a rhetorical question in order to get an audience warmed up, in order to get them to thinking about a topic. A rhetorical question is a rhetorical strategy. It is the strategy that the speaker or the writer is using in order to get an audience thinking about their topic. Now, it's not the only rhetorical strategy. So there's all sorts of rhetorical strategies, ways that you go into a writing project or a speaking project in order to make it the most effective, or to really convince your audience that you're correct. So lots of different rhetorical approaches we'll see this semester. Sometimes when our writers are trying to explain something to us and they want to make it really impactful, they will, we can use Kali Lawson as an example. He uses that second person you. He says the cult you're in, and then he describes all the ways that you are in a cult, the cult of advertising. So that's his rhetorical approach. He's using that second person you because it's very direct, it's very demanding, and it really sort of puts you into the heart of that language. Now, if we look at a different writer, say Jib Fowles, for example, he's using a little bit more evidence-based, or maybe he's trying to sound a little bit more professional in order to describe the 15 basic appeals of advertising. So we're going to see a huge variety of text this semester. They're going to range everything from really kind of casual sort of slang language all the way to some complicated stuff written for encyclopedias and those kind of things. And so throughout the course, I want you to be thinking about, all right, so what choices did this writer make in order to make this piece the most effective? And then what choices am I going to make this piece the most effective? Probably the first time you're going to see this is when we do our letter to the marketing director. So when you're writing that letter to the marketing director, you're going to be thinking about, all right, so I'm trying to convince this person who's a professional in his field that I am correct and I have some valuable insight. And so we want to come across as humble, but we want to come across as really well-spoken and well-informed. So balancing those things out is going to be kind of our rhetorical approach, and figuring out the best way to do that is going to be sort of how we demonstrate a rhetorical approach. So that's what we're working on with this goal. I know it sounds sort of ethereal, but you guys are already using this. You're already practicing it when you send emails to your professors, or when you talk to your friends, or when you try to convince your parents that they should send you more money so you can study abroad. So think about rhetorical approaches. Be paying attention to them, not only in your own writing, so what choices am I making, but also in other people's writing. And that's how we're going to demonstrate and analyze rhetorical approaches in text for persuasive and expository writing.